His Excellency Engineer Ali bin Abdulatif Al Mesned. Thank you very much for giving us the time to speak with you today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
So, sir, first, tell us how important this conference is in the logistics industry now that we are having some conflict in the Middle East.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you again for this opportunity. And let me introduce also myself. I'm Engineer Ali Al Mesned. I'm a board member in Qatar Chamber of Commerce and Industries. And I'm also the president of the FIATA chapter in Qatar, which has been newly established a couple of months ago. And we are looking forward for the active role of this association in Qatar, serving the purposes of the freight forwarders in Qatar and outside as well. Now, I strongly thankful, for the local association in United Arab Emirates for arranging such important meeting that I'm here. It's a great opportunities for all of us to attend such big events. We have learned a lot of things, huge network, huge informations, transformations, and they have chosen also the addressing, this RAM meeting, connectivities, resilience, and so on. So this is a very big target that we are all aiming to hopefully reach into. As you know, the logistics and transportation is a stone corner of any economy. So, and it affects everything. The more resilient of such a system, the more stronger the economy is. Okay, in our world, particularly here in the Middle East and this region, the geopolitical situation definitely affects this sector, whether it's sea or land, even the air. So it's a challenge that we have to really look after. As a team, the FIATA can play a big role into making this business much more seamless, much more easier, and much more cooperative. So the FIATA as an organization have their objectives into easing business and also making sure that delivery of cargoes and goods and trade is doing in a very professional and very safe way. So it's part of our role and responsibility. So it gives us a very great opportunity today to meet people, to discuss the challenges, and to discuss also the opportunities, and as a team, how we can really work together to bring more success into the sector.
Speaking of challenges, sir, can you share with us some of these challenges that the global logistics sector should really address right now?
Some of the challenges in different parts of the world, it could be, for example, the legislations. Okay, so we need to look at updating the legislations on this particular sector. We need to introduce the technologies in this sector, okay? We need to have no papers, okay? We have to have everything is paperless and electronic documentations, okay? Right. The other challenges, is securities, okay? Security is also a big challenge that we have to look at and find, and try to cooperate together to overcome this. I think also the governments, because when you talk about the freights or the cargo, there are two players, the governments and the private sectors. So the governments and the private sector must really sit down together and discuss those challenges and to work as a team to overcome those challenges. One or another side could not really solve the problem by itself. So the governments, the regulators, government stakeholders, and the private sectors must sit down together to really understand the challenges and to find solution for that. Without such cooperation, things will continue to be difficult. So I really urge all the governments, especially on the transportation and logistics sector, and government sector, government stakeholder, to really sit down with the private sectors to discuss this issue and to find the best way of practicing, good free trade.
How's business doing so far in Qatar in terms of logistics?
The anticipated growth, the logistics is going to be great. We're talking about like 7% growth in the logistics sector in Qatar. So the potentiality is big. A lot of things that we have to really also implement. As I said, digitalizations, moving from paper to paperless, regulations. So there are growth, in this market. And don't forget that Qatar is part of the GCC, okay? And the governments are also thinking of how we can communicate and put them as one market. It's called the GCC market. So the logistic and the GCC market is huge.
And people are coming here.
Absolutely.
The population is growing.
Absolutely. The population is growing now. People are right now talking about how fast the services is. So everybody wants things now, not after 1 hour. So this is the challenge that the private sector and the government has to work to really make sure that everything is done professionally and less time.
Thank you so much, sir, Your Excellency.
Thank you.